Yo, YouTube, is Anarchist of Darkness, also known as Sir Killington of Color Stroke. And I'm coming home late on a Friday. Am I upset? Absolutely not. I love my job. Most of you guys know I'm a teacher. And today, the bus didn't show up on time. The bus broke down and it took an hour some change for them to fix it or send a replacement. So me and a safety, that safety in our school is like a 6th grader who has proved that they're responsible and that they can handle being responsible and be in charge. So me and a 6th grader, me and her were stuck with about 30 little ones. So we kind of split the group in half and started playing games with them so they can get some of that energy out before they get home. I decided I was going to do some military drills with some of the kids, who wanted to play with me. Of course, there were little kids in there who didn't want to do it. I didn't make anybody do anything, but there's this one student whom I've had issues with before, right? He has behavioral issues. Actually, I think I told you guys about his mom, his grandma. He lives with his grandma. He and his sister lives with the grandma. I met the grandma and the grandma hit on me. I think I told you guys, the grandma hit on me. She told me she liked dark-skinned men and she was gonna leave it at that, right? She's like, like you know how grandmas do, older lady cougar ladies do. And he doesn't really have a male figure in his life. So before I was doing it, he said, I don't want to do that. I don't want to play that game. That game is stupid. And he was running around, and then one of the other like teachers in the thing, or the little daycare people, told him to sit down. He sat down, and he was, he wasn't really sitting down. But then when he started watching me do left face, right face, about face, parade rest with the other kids, he started, oh my God, I want to play. Mr. Mark, can I play? I was like, no, sit down. You said you didn't want to play. So in order to prove himself, I was like, okay, if you, like about 3 games in order to prove himself, I was giving out treats too. I told him, in order to prove yourself that you want to play, you sit down for the next game and a half and I'll let you come in and play, whatever, right? So he sat still for a good 2 games and was ready to play. I said, come on, come play, right? He sat still the whole time. It was a good, I don't know, 3-4 minutes. And what would you know? He was the best at that game. He had never been taught those movements before me. I showed him right face, left face. Once he knew his left hand and his right hand, and about face, he was the best student at that game. He won it twice, right? Out of the maybe 10 times I played it. And then most kids, after losing, they just wanted to quit. Like, I don't want to play the game no more. A lot of the kids were good at it. Some of them just did, I had a kindergarten in there. She was trying so hard, but she couldn't really get any movements down. But this one particular kid, you would think, because he had behavioral issues, like you have to talk to him every freaking 5 minutes. Like, I've had to yell at him so many freaking times. You would think that he would be the worst at the game, but he knew how to listen. He knew how to control his body. He was very disciplined. He understood what I was doing. And it was crazy. I was like, yo. I was like, maybe, you know what? And it just made me think, maybe we do need more male teachers. I'm not just saying it to blow smoke up nobody's ass. I'm not just saying it to have people follow me. I'm not saying it for people to like me. I don't really care. I've always heard growing up, we should have more male teachers. And I would just be like, I think my foster mother would say that to me. You should have more male teachers. And I would like wonder what makes, there's no difference. And now that I'm a teacher, I understand, because a lot of the little male boys don't really respect. It's not even that they don't respect. They're not intimidated, I guess. Or they don't respect women teachers. I don't understand why. It's because they're not intimidated, essentially. I think that's what it is. They just don't respect them. But with me, it's a completely different situation once they get to a certain age, because it seems like the 4th graders and some of the 6th graders, they got this thing where it's like, I don't gotta respect anybody, I'm grown. I think that's really more just a teenager thing. It's not a child thing, because children tend to be a certain way, especially when they have discipline. And this kid had discipline. I think with some of these male these male students need with behavioral issues, all they need is a male role model. All they need is a male to take time with them and actually do things with them, not just say, hey, get good grades. Hey, do this. Hey, do that. No, somebody lead them by example. I was doing it with them, and he was so, like, his eyes were, like, lit up. Like, and every time I say that eyes lit up, I know that sounds cliche as hell, but it's the truth. You know when you've amazed a child, their eyes open up and their mouth, and they got the little cute little curl at the corner, like, I'm sorry, I probably creeped you guys out with my creepy ass smile, but that's the truth. I've always heard people say it, like my mom used to say it, Dr. Umar Johnson, even though I don't, you know, subscribe to everything that he says it. My wife has been saying it. There's a lot of people I've heard say we need more male teachers, especially black male teachers. I've only just begun saying it because I realized that it's the truth. We need to get more black males in these schools to be role models for some of these boys who don't have dads because their dads got locked up on either, it doesn't matter how their dads got locked up or whether their dad is out or and about, it doesn't matter. Some of these guys, some of these boys need role models, and some of us need jobs. So some of us need to go ahead and get that education and do what we have to do to get the certification to be educators. Because you'll never know whose life you'll have impact on for the rest of your life. Like, a white man impacted my life. I will always remember my 4th grade teacher, Mr. McGirt. He was black. I'll always remember him because he used to throw erasers and stuff at us, but he genuinely cared about us, right? I will always remember Mr. Kelsey. That was like my 10th grade, 11th grade teacher and a department head. I always remember him. A lot of the female teachers, I do remember. A lot of them I remember. I just didn't have very good relationships with them. I always felt like they didn't like me. I don't know. But anyway, we do need more male teachers. That just made me feel like, yo, like, and we're not talking about just being there. Just being there makes a difference. But having a relationship with these kids, like these kids see me, oh, Mr. Martin. A lot of girls will come and hug me, but the boys will come dap me up, high five me, all types of stuff, and they'll ask me stuff. As a matter of fact, today, one of my male students, two of my male students, one of them bought my book. One of them bought my book and brought it to me and wanted me to sign it. Do you imagine the impact of a black boy? If a black man had come to my school when I was a kid and showed me the book that they wrote, or talked to me about a book, and I would have went out and bought the book and read it. Because I didn't think, at the time, I didn't think black people don't read, black people don't write. You know, that's all the negative stereotypes that's carried over all the way from slavery all the way up until fucking now. So I was so surprised. And he was so happy. One of the other kids apparently bought my book as well. I'm ecstatic about this. It's good for them to see this. It's good for them to see. I ain't shit. I got an art degree. And while I do a whole bunch of shit, I really don't feel like I'm shit. So I'm not shit. I'm just I feel like I needed to do something for my community. I needed to do something for the children who look like me. You know, because I didn't have that. Like, my dad didn't have a dad, so he decided to be a dad. a lot of dads don't think, a lot of guys didn't think like that. But my dad was like, he's not abandoning me. So I kind of got the same mindset, you know. I didn't have an art teacher, so I'm glad being these guys' art teacher, even though it's hard as heck, because a lot of the kids don't listen. Guys, never underestimate the power of your presence. Never underestimate your presence, because your presence will be felt. It will be felt. You could change somebody's life, and now hopefully I'll change somebody's life within the next year or so, because that's when my contract will be up. But I don't know, I got to do a whole bunch of other things to get my teaching situation, so that way I can keep the job. Hope you guys have a good day. I got to go set some stuff up from some of my friends. Yeah, never underestimate your presence, because you never know who's watching. You never know. For all I know, he will continue reading books all the way up until he's in college. For all I know, he will write his own book. For all I know, he will end up being one of the lead screenplay people somewhere. I don't know that. But the kid is a bright kid. Man, I'm so happy right now. I don't look like I'm happy just because I'm in rush hour traffic. You know, rush hour traffic is kind of frustrating. So, all right, guys, have a good day.